Senator Ugenti-Rita, you're on the board.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise to explain my vote.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, members, so obviously, you know, I'm going to vote no, and I think it's worthwhile to mention again that this is a $18 billion budget. Not a 5.6, but an $18 billion budget. That is how much we are spending. It wasn't just last year, 2022, when we passed that budget. Well, when we passed the 2022 budget, it was 12.6, maybe? Think about that increase from last year. That year-over-year increase, almost 40%. I just fail to see what is Republican about this and what Republicans are supposed to run on. I just saw a press release come out from the House. I thought it was interesting because it was, they wouldn't even put the amount of the budget in the press release. It was just spending priorities. That's not who we are. There are core functions, I get it, but this is excessive. This isn't fiscally responsible. I do, if there's a silver lining though, I think it's this. I think it's very reflective of everyone's true colors, and I think there is value in that. I'm disappointed there's not more of us who want to live within our means and provide tax relief, but at least the public will know who the conservatives are and who are not. I also want to address this bipartisanness. These people, you know, we've got some people who are giddy about bipartisanship, and I do want to bring that up because I find it interesting to be excited about bipartisanship now, but if you believe in it so much, campaign on it. Go out and campaign on making sure your constituents know that you will make sure that the other side of the aisle, the Democrats, get half of what they want, and see how well that works, and come back and tell me. Some things aren't bipartisan, and that's okay. This is a partisan chamber. You should be proud of that. You gonna have a bipartisan abortion bill? You know, we sometimes conflate liking the other side, and I very much respect and like the individuals across the other side of the aisle, very much. I enjoy their company quite a bit, but I disagree. I disagree with their fiscal approach. I disagree with how they want to govern, and so I want to fight for our Republican priorities. You know, if the desire is, this desire for bipartisanship, if I could just dispel it one more time, often comes either from the minority or from the press, but it rarely comes from the party that's in charge. And I don't know that we understand, or we're maybe losing sight of what it means to hold the majority. That comes with a responsibility, and you get certain things when you hold a majority. And I mark my words, you know, if the other side ever gets a hold of the majority, I'm wondering how bipartisan they're going to be. And I wouldn't blame them if they're not, because it's not their responsibility to be bipartisan. Their responsibility is to fight for the things that they've talked about and promised to their constituents out on the campaign trail. So I'm disappointed that we're here with another bloated budget when we know taxpayers are suffering. This isn't reflective of that knowledge. The bill will come due. It absolutely will come due, because it always does. And I'm just grateful that I'm not part of it. And with that, I vote no.
Thank you.
Thank you.